Hello and welcome back to the ministry. Yeah, I know my voice is half gone. Uh it's about 4:30 in the morning and I'm still awake. So I decided to just record this word anyway. It follow up to our I Think I Love My Wife review. It's kind of separate, but just something that I was thinking about. I've done two words where I talked about this before, that Satan has a way of appearing in a form that is enticing. I've done two movie reviews, Temptations of a Marriage Counselor and I Think I Love My Wife. And I could even go as far as to talk about Snow White in this. Satan will appear as someone that is an angel of light. But he does this by just simply positioning himself. Satan positioned himself in an inconspicuous way in the garden, and Eve didn't think anything of it when she saw a snake in a garden. It's a garden, so it's a garden animal. So she didn't think anything of it. But she approached the snake. This is what we do. We see something. It looks enticing to us, whatever it is. Now, in that case, she was naive. She didn't understand the premise of a snake, and a snake will bite you. But in the movie Temptations of a Marriage Counselor, it was a man that was positioned in a convenient place that wandered back and forth before the individual that he was targeting. The catch was that he had to position himself in such a way that as long as he lingered right on the outskirts, right where he could see everything, where he could hear everything, and then create the doorway of doubt and confusion to be invited in, this is what he does. And I Think I Love My Wife, Nikki's character, same thing. Come in, positioned herself, and just kept lingering around. As long as she lingered, as long as she hung out, she kept being in the right place at the right time to cause confusion. But the confusion wouldn't have been created if the husband didn't keep her around, didn't allow her to sit in that position, allow her to just be there. Because Satan will sit there and observe you, gain information. Stephanie P talked about this in her witchcraft video where she was talking about witchcraft on marriages. She says that she was saying about the fact that the person will sit there to gain information. This is a monitoring spirit at its finest, just sitting there. If I could just sit here long enough, I'll hear enough information that I could take back and use to my advantage, either to be forcibly entered through the door because I have something on you that will make you open the door for me because you won't do it on your own, or I will just linger and gather information to accuse you later. Because what? Satan's an accuser of the brethren. Zechariah 3. Went before the courts and accused Joshua of a bunch of stuff that God didn't take one notice to. Then look at Snow White. The fact that in the movie Snow White, she invited the old hag in the house. She just saw her as an old woman and wanted to use her kindness, and people do this. That's another way to get in the door, using your kindness for weakness. This is strategically positioning of a victim narcissist. They will play the victim and then hope you will invite them in the door. If you do not, they will show you what kind of narcissist they are. If you come on to the understanding that this individual is narcissistic, it's like, then the mask falls off, because they come to the realization, well, I can't play you anyway because you've seen through me. This is why there are people that hate Christians that have a level of discernment of spirits. Because we observe, we watch, and we discern. So, with that being said, this is his game. That was his point. That was the whole understanding. I just wanted to share this thought because it popped into my head while I was laying here trying to go back to sleep. And this is how he operates. He will operate through people you love. He will operate through people that you respect. Tiffany Montgomery put it this way: anybody that you idolize over God will then become your oppressor. I heard somebody, she put it that they will you'll become their slave. I heard somebody else put it that anybody that you put over God, they will become your oppressor and you will become their slave. So the thing that I have found, and this is true, that if you put too much respect in an individual more than you do God, God will show you their humanity. God will show you their error. God will show you their sin. God will show you these things about them. And if you still choose to put them above Him, He will allow you to become their slave. Because they were just waiting. Remember, they're waiting on the outside of the door. They're waiting on the opposite side of the glass. If you let them in, then God will remove His covering. Remember Samson? In a matter of one chapter, his cockiness, God protected him, God protected him, God protected him. This individual was lingering. Delilah lingered. Delilah asked for information. Delilah asked questions. Delilah kept showing him when he gave her foolery to try, she did it. And then he gave her what she wanted, which was the information on how to destroy him, cut his hair. Could God have covered him in that? Yes, but God allowed that to happen. Romans 8:21. He made him subject to his own vanity. God will allow the trap to lead you on to death. It may not be a physical death, but you're going to deal with spiritual ramifications for what it was that you did. This is why I did the review on I Think I Love My Wife, so that you will understand Satan has a plan to kill, steal, and destroy. He never changed his plan. He just changed particular figures that he used for that plan. I will always suggest to you to watch the film The Fallen with Denzel Washington, because it literally shows how spirits operate through people. I did a mini review on it when I did a word. It was a 5-part word. I don't remember what the name of it was, but I did the mini review in like the first part. I know I did that film, and I did the generational curse of the Scream movies. So, but with that being said, I've done a review on that. But if you really want to understand the deeper revelation of how Satan works, watch that film. But yeah, this was just a flow of thought. I'm gonna see if I can go back to sleep now. But I hope this blessed you. Until next time, much love, faith, peace, and blessings. Bye bye.